It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Detroit Pistons. Well, it was the Pistons winning their last game against the Kings at Golden One Center. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. And tonight it's a race of thoroughbreds, two clubs that can go end to end in a flash. What is it that makes these teams so good in transition?
THTATDI.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. This crowd is really ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Magic. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met. Looking for the third straight win against these guys this season. They've won them all so far.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, that was the focal point for them. Running a number of guys to the glass allowed them to completely overwhelm their opponent.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DJ has formally accepted his invitation to compete in the dunk contest during All-Star Weekend. And with all those highlight reel dunks he's put up this season, it was something that fans had been clamoring for. I asked him what we can expect, and he said, I've got some new twists on some old classics and something special for the final round. Guys?
Yeah, his hang time is incredible. I mean, he can just float in the air once he gets up. And knowing DJ, I'm guessing he'll try to jump over a DJ table or something.
Well, Chris, as we get deeper into the season, it becomes clear to us, the fans, who the real title contenders are. You were on some teams that were considered title contenders. When did you know that this was the way your team was going to go?
Well, I think you know you can go all the way when you come in to training camp. You have a special feeling. You know each player's skill set. You know how they can add to yours. You understand the chemistry. I don't think any team comes together in the beginning of the season and doesn't expect that they can win a championship, the ones that really have a legitimate chance. It's not like you can say, hey, I didn't know we were that good. Hey, we can vie for the championships. No, I think most teams go into this season from the last year saying, you know what, next year is our year, and that's how we were. We prepared for it for day one in training camp. That's how we approached it. And being on bad teams, you don't even mention championship. You say, hey, we need to get better every day. That's a code for we're going to be bad, but let's keep our head up and take this punch in the face and keep it going.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Kennard. Andre Drummond is out there with Portis. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Now, here's DJ. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Gordon a screen. And there's the pass to Rogers. Here's Wells. It's hauled in by Harris.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And it's blocked.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful when shooting when he's around.
And that one's good. Drummond. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's stolen by Harris. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Drummond sets the screen for Lynn. Back to Harris. Fires the three. That shot off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
That puts them in the lead.
And the play is all about Drummond and his solid fundamentals, just taking his time and getting a high-quality chance as a result.
And stolen by Drummond. Now in transition is Lynn. Here we go. And he banks in the layup.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Here's DJ after Jeremy Lin's bucket.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
And Lynn plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells. Detroit also making some changes. Lenz checked in for Bobby Portis. Stanley Johnson comes in for Harris. And Bradley's subbed in for Kennard. .137 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Isaac. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Six on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. Hits the three-point bomb. Isaac's got 6 points.
And he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Now here's Lynn. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. And it's Drummond missing. 58 seconds left in the first. Fires from 14. Count that one. DJ's got his second bucket.
You can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
Lynn kicks to Bradley. Dishes to Lynn. Lynn with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the boards.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. For Orlando, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Bradley, no one around him. Off target with his three. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for DJ.
You got to do more than that to stop DJ. He's too strong, refuses to be tied down on the way up.
And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. DJ is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Gordon comes in for Allen Williams. Isaac's checked in for Anderson. And Wells is subbed in for Rogers. They've got DJ, Isaac out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Wells in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler and and other guys like that. But no, my mother was a teacher, and I always was with her in school. And I think, I love kids and hanging around kids. So it would definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But I definitely would want to work with kids.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like the Flash?
Yeah. Oh man,
like, what name
it
would you
was some
have
terrible
had?
names back there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Snooker. I know I gave my name back. I gave gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know. I had to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I got broken up in that ring, though. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He finished with 36 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special, but the biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
Well, and his overall aggressiveness leads him to camping out in the lane. It's a no matter what you do type scenario.
Here's Lynn. From beyond the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Lynn's got 8 points.
This offense just continues to impress.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Now, you know DJ loves putting work in at the gym, and he's always looking for ways to improve. A soft-spoken guy who has no problem letting his game do all the talking.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Up top, Lynn. Jackson from long range. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. Coach, what's stopped you from getting what you want?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Yeah, all 5 guys have to get involved. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And now the third quarter about to get going. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Oh, yeah, and in the first half, he was not only changing shots, he was sending them back into the crowd.
On the court for the Pistons, Jeremy Lin is out there with Kennard. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Portis in at the 4 spot. The shot's good from Kennard.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The thought of what Andre Drummond could be down the road, I mean, really is just scary. I mean, he could dominate. If he just gets a handful of go-to moves on the post, you can't stop him. He's an offensive bully on the glass. Potential is there.
So it's the Pistons now, following the miss by DJ. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And that's 10 points for Tobias Harris.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Count it, good. And with Drummond, as you said, Chris, he is still full of room to develop. You forget just how young he is, as he's been in the league for so long already.
You know, he just needs to keep improving every year. And also, he's not in an offensive system. Their system, the coaching staff, the Pistons are not known as an offensive-type team. So he's going to have to get better in the summers and find his way along as time goes on. But he has an athletic skill set that you just don't see in this league anymore.
Fires from deep. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Rogers.
Well, I like how DJ actively looks for the open teammate, whipping the ball over beautifully and quickly.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
Yeah, that was big-time production from the bench, especially on the offensive end.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Orlando. Now here's Ennis. Nurkic with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And Orlando making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Here's Ennis. And here's Bradley. Back to Ennis. Drummond a screen. Here's Bradley. Offensive rebound and another shot. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They have been.
Here is Rodgers.
And you so often hear about how much Detroit Pistons fans pride themselves on the defense of this team. It's a part of the franchise's identity. All the fans in Detroit definitely love their defense.
Ennis in the corner. Pass to Drummond. It's deflected. Anderson passes to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Oh, when DJ gets a few to drop, you know he's in the zone. Gotta like watching him find his rhythm.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Johnson outside. Drummond with a screen on Anderson. And it's Johnson penetrating. Here's Drummond. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. There's the dish to DJ. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Pistons.
And their big men are getting the majority of the rebounds. You like all 5 guys boxing out and getting on the glass, but at the end of the day, that's their role to control the board.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Justin Anderson. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Reggie Jackson comes in for Ennis. Detroit leading by 13. Outside Jackson, and stolen by DJ. Magic moving the ball around. Passes it to Rodgers. Feeds it to DJ. Olynyk dishes to DJ. Just 5 on the clock. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Johnson looking for his first basket still in this one. Jackson kicks to Drummond. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And DJ throws it down.
DJ plays with a lot of confidence. When he's slashing to the rim, he's looking to get all the way to the cup.
For 3, Harris. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Nice shot, incredible clutch performance, putting the team on his back and taking them right across the finish line.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And now let's take a listen to Stan Van Gundy on a recent huddle.
We need to make solid plays, okay? Solid plays, aggressive plays, but solid plays.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Well, there have been a lot of great young big men come into the league over the last couple of years. Chris, do you think the post position is about to make a comeback in the league right now?
I think it definitely could make a comeback because of the players that we've seen enter into this game, like Cat and Davis and Embiid. But I also think that, you know, the game has grown because we've had to see players like Larry Bird on the post extend his game to three-point area. We got to see Akeem Olajuwon get the first big crossover. So I don't know if the game will ever be the same with traditional post. post, but I do know the game is in good hands with guys that have great skill sets, and so the big man is definitely back.
Kelly Olynyk is out there with Isaac. Then there's Rogers. Then it's DJ. And it's Gordon in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Wells, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Kennard. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Kicks it to Wells. And DJ throws it down.
And DJ is tenacious on the drive, exceptional at getting speed behind him and soaring for the slam.
Now here's Lynn. They set the pick. The pass to Kennard. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. And the Pistons lead by 12.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. From the wing. That shot off. And the Pistons now going the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Over in the corner, Portis. Wells grabs the miss. The Magic trail by 12. He kicks it to DJ. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you look at the level of talent in the NBA now, some great players. But we've heard others say the league is watered down. How do you view that statement?
Well, I don't think you can compare eras. I think it's great to argue and have fun with them and debate them, but, you know, very sincerely, unless someone can play against each other, it's just a wasted argument. There's different eras, there's different rules. Think about how many threes Larry Bird shot per game. 1.5, 2. What if he could let it fly 10 times a game? We'd be talking about a different player there. So I think times, eras, the physical play of the 80s, of the 90s, I just know that players will handle it differently. Hand checking, the way that we call flagrant 1 fouls. It's a different league, and so I just choose to celebrate the players that we have now. They're the evolution in my mind. They're kind of the culmination of all the players that have come before them. So I just enjoy the game the way it is now.
And the foul called on DJ. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th.
He leaped into the lane as soon as that ball was thrown and came up with the steal. Excellent work on D there.
And DJ throws it down.
We better keep DJ away from the basket. He's adept at getting deep in the paint and finishing with force.
Here's Kennard. Knocks it loose and stolen by DJ. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he knocks down the first one.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
What an advantage for a big man to have, that smooth stroke at the line.
Now here's Lynn. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And Kevin, they need to keep feeding Drummond the ball. When he's scoring like this, he only needs a few baskets to catch fire.
And DJ throws it down.
Well, DJ is the kind of player who has no problem attempting these shots. He doesn't let pressure get to him. He takes his time and delivers.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And stolen by DJ. And now Orlando on the break. DJ with the ball. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Now just a 2-point Piston lead.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
This is just an incredible effort to cut into this lead and get into a position where they could really steal this win.
And DJ throws it down.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the 4th quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
Well, look, they never quit on themselves, and because of that, we are going to be rewarded with a fantastic ending to this game.
Here's Lynn following the bucket by Orlando. Pass to Kennard. Drummond a screen. 6 on the shot clock. The shot from the low post is good. Kennard's got 4 this quarter. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the foul called on DJ. That will be foul number 5 on him. .116 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lynn. Gets the bucket and the foul. And so he's picked up his foul. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end. Everyone in the building was kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they managed to take Game 1 of the season series against this team, looking to seal their series advantage with a win tonight. In a league of giants, the NBA community loves to cheer for the little guy. One of the best ever players under 6 feet tall, got to be Isaiah Thomas. Guys, just how is he able to dominate when he's listed at, what, 5'9"?
Yeah, I mean, his domination comes from
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we've got...
Well, Kevin...
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. And, Steve, when you reach this midway point of the season, the All-Star break approaching, how many teams are looking forward to get some rests at this stage?
I think a lot. I think sometimes when you have guys have that nagging injuries, you're looking forward to that break. Some teams that have been playing their best, you want to just get some time away, and hopefully you can come back at the All-Star break. So having this week-long All-Star breaks now, it helps the body, it helps the mind, and a lot of these teams, it gets them back on track.
Kind of hit that reset button, huh?
Yes, I've been hitting that a lot.
Now the starting group for Orlando. We've got Wells. Isaac out there with Gordon. And it's DJ. And it's Rogers in at the point.
Well, the one thing you'll notice about DJ off the court, almost always wears his headphones, either on his head or around his neck.
And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player known for his attention, Steve, to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it, because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
Tipped away. In the corner, it's James. And the shot falls short this time. And it's the Magic with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they played too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
Kicks it to Thomas. A three ball. The putback, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
And it's DJ missing.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
James with it, now guarded by Wells. Outside Thomas. Back to James, just 5 to shoot. Now here's Wells, guarded closely. And it's DJ missing.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, struggling to find any daylight.
LeBron dishes to Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Love outside. Pass to LeBron. Over Gordon. And James gets it to go on the assist by Love.
What you put out is what you get back. LeBron sets up so many teammates on the catch and shoot. That time, the favor is returned. And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
And it seems like Kevin Love's game really fits alongside LeBron's.
It does. A great outlet passer, setting up LeBron on a lot of breakaways. And on the offensive end, he can space the floor and create second chance opportunities. This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Outside Thomas. Now the pass to James. Love right side. Offline with his 3. The Magic trail by 3. Pass to Wells. He kicks to DJ. And too long on the shot.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Yep, that one goes.
The vision of LeBron, always finding open teammates.
And DJ throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Thomas kicks to LeBron. Three-pointer. Thomas, no good. For Orlando, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. To the wing on the left. Pass to DJ. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Off the dribble drive, one of the best ways in this league to get fouled. DJ taking advantage of it.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Kevin Love. Jay Crowder's checked in for LeBron. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Orlando also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac. And Evan Fournier is subbed in for Wells. Orlando trailing here. And a wide open look for DJ. Money from the wing. DJ's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Cool and steady from mid-range. DJ looking comfortable working that in-between area.
There's the screen. Here's Rose. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Rose has got his first 2 points of the night.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen. This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
He dishes it to Crowder. Passes it to Zizic. Cleveland moving it around. The pass to Siakam. To the left side wing. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. DJ is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Gordon comes in for Olynyk. Isaac's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Wells is subbed in for Rogers. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pistons was superb on the floor. He finished with 38 points and was just as productive at the defensive end, coming up with a number of steals. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And you need talent, Steve, but, you know, the value of chemistry can't be overlooked either. And as a player, how do you make yourself a good teammate? How do you help in that regard toward good chemistry?
Well, I think one is being a good person, understanding the game of life, and it's about winning, not about numbers. It's about letters, W's and L's, and you want W's. You look at a lot of teams, and they play well with each other, and they're unselfish. Unselfish teams usually win.
Well, they said the same thing about you. You're an all-star caliber player, but you're a great teammate. I think for a player, that's like the highest praise you could get.
Yeah, it is. When you start talking about guys that he's a great teammate, whether he's a superstar or a guy, the 12th man, guys want to be around that. And usually you see those guys hang around the league longer than other guys that may be more talented or better players.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And DJ throws it down.
He did it with great body control. DJ absorbs the contact, completes the play, now goes to the line for a potential and one.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Here's Thomas. Last game we saw him score 32. Feeds to Thompson. LeBron outside. Dishes it to Thomas. Love with the screen for Thomas. Back to James. Shoots the 3. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That one on Love. The Magic have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
On the wing, James. Stolen away. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there opens up things for everybody else.
On the court for Orlando, Rogers is out there with Wells. Then it's DJ. Then there's Gordon. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Ball stolen. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. And DJ throws it down.
You see the anticipation followed by the quick hands. DJ creating the turnover gets them in transition.
The screen from Thompson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Cavaliers.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And Kevin Love has feasted on the open looks he gets in Cleveland. He's become a high-volume three-point shooter. That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, "The mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player." Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. And over the course of his career, Kevin Love has made a steady increase in his number of three-point attempts.
His rookie season, can you believe it? He made just 2 triples the whole season. Now he makes over 2 a game, and for a power forward, his jump shot is pretty.
Hits the three-point bomb.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
And that one, good. And now 24 points for DJ.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
A different look now for Cleveland. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Siakam kicks to Crowder. Osman. He's guarded by Fournier. Osman. He nails it, and we're tied up. He's got 7. 1:24 left to play in the third. Fournier passes to DJ. And he drops it in from the low post. Now here's Rose. He's got 12. They set the screen. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Crowder. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The shot, no good.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
Got a hand on it.
And you got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach.
Pass to Rogers. Orlando moving the ball around. There's the dish to DJ. High post try. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And the basket by Rose. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cavaliers lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
We got to get early strikes, guys. Push the tempo. Push the tempo. Here we go.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Orlando trailing here, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Rose. The feed to James. It's a pick by Love. LeBron dishes to Love. And the dunk by Love.
With a body built to absorb contact, Kevin Love able to knock it down and earn a trip to the line.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 1 point on the basket from DJ.
Wow, and that's interesting about tonight. Different defenders have tried to work their magic against DJ, but to no avail.
Here's Rose. That one misses. The Magic go the other way with it. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip.
And in a game this tight, a few plays either way can start to turn the tide.
Both teams, they're trying to spark a run, but with the talent in these lineups, it's hard for either side to break away.
Kicks to LeBron. Inside. Just 4 to shoot. The putback. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
This is the result of taking it up strong in the paint. DJ now going to the line.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Wells, he's checked in for Orlando.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Kicks it out to Love. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Osman. It's hauled in by the Magic. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And DJ throws it down.
Leaving nothing to chance. DJ attacking the rim with everything he's got.
LeBron outside. The screen from Thompson. Love with the screen for LeBron. They need this. And again, LeBron missing.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
The shot's good from Rogers. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, DJ.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Gordon against Love. From the arc. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection. And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
And it's Gordon missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's a pick by Love. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Good on the triple. Thomas got 9 points now in just the second half.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
He feeds it to James. They double-team Love. And stolen by DJ. And here we go. DJ heading to the basket.
Love how DJ just takes over these big possessions. He wants the ball in his hands when things are tight.
Thomas a screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
You know he's kicking himself, and he might hear it from the coach at the next timeout.
Orlando moving the ball around. DJ kicks to Gordon. Rogers passes to DJ. Lock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Thomas.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance. The ability to finish under pressure, that's something K-Love brings to the table.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
Thomas dishes to Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DJ.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Crowder from outside. And another miss by Cleveland. DJ with it. And he makes that one. DJ's got 41.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
So the Magic win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Detroit Pistons. And guys, for the Pistons, they're 6th in the Eastern Conference and still trying to make that next step forward, trying to finish in better shape than they did last season. And tonight should be an absolute battle of wills. Two teams that have been dominating as of late. Shaq, you've been here before. What can a club try to do?
We are live from the Motor City. Welcome to Detroit and an Eastern Conference contest for the Pistons. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And it's another road game for the Magic. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, 4th and final matchup on the season, guys. And coming into this one, having won 2 of the first 3, there's the confidence there. The question is whether or not they can pull off the win tonight.
Well, there's no question about the confidence. They're looking to finish strong and close it out with the win. These two teams very familiar with one another at this point. Should make for a very combative matchup.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Wells, EJ out there with Gordon. Then there's Rogers, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. And during this part of the season, a lot of lengthy road trips can be found for teams in the league. Clark, I would assume it's maybe sometimes hard to play at your best when you've been on the road for a long time.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, there's a galvanizing aspect to being on the road because it's just you and your teammates against the opponent. But when you're out on the road for a long time, things can get a little stale. You can become a little distracted. So it becomes very difficult, particularly for young teams, to work through the grind and adversity of being on the road. Veteran guys are used to it, but the young fellas often struggle with that.
About a minute played so far here in the first. 2 on the clock. Here's Lynn. Tries to keep it alive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn. Now here's DJ. He's guarded closely. Here's Gordon. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover. Far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Now here's Bradley. His last outing with 20 points. Shot clock at 5. Drummond sets the screen for Bradley, and it's blocked.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
Tries from 7. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lynn kicks to Drummond. Over DJ. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For the Pistons, it's been a slow start here. 9-point game. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Lynn the pass to Kennard. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Kennard's got his first 2 points of the night.
And the awareness from Lynn, outstanding. A true point guard who really sees the floor well.
And DJ throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Drummond. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Drops in the tray.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Alex Len's checked in for Portis. Stanley Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Jeremy Lin. Now here's Ennis. Len, a screen. Shoots from the line.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And DJ with the basket on the assist by Anderson. DJ's got 9.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the shot goes in.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at him.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here's Ennis following the bucket by Orlando. Nurkic with the steal. Now DJ coming off a solid outing against Cleveland.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Kennard. And that's not going to go. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Orlando out in front. They lead by 12. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Don't miss the high-flying action this All-Star Saturday night as the NBA's top slam dunk specialists do battle in the slam dunk contest.
And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league from going undrafted.
I wasn't sure, if my...
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen, and the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. DJ is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Isaac's checked in for Anderson. And Wells is subbed in for Rogers. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Isaac. Fournier out there with Wells. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's DJ in at the 5, roaming the paint. Clock at 4. Jackson misses.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit too.
Some solid defense from Harris. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against Cleveland.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moving. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
Here's Portis. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Magic leading by 10. And DJ throws it down.
Got to respect how attentive to detail Wells is. I mean, he's excellent at feeling when one of his guys has a clean look.
There's the screen. Jackson kicks to Portis. Outside, Lin. There's the pass to Harris. Off the screen. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Fournier against Lin. Teardrop shot, and that one good. Lin's got 6 here in this quarter.
Gotta love the determined style of Lin's game. I mean, he plays hungry all the time, doesn't allow the defense to dictate his shot selection, even at the rim.
Yeah, always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. Our coaches really drew up something good for us. They wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Jeremy Lin is out there with Avery Bradley. Then there's Harris. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Portis in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Cavaliers was all business. He had 41 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Mark, when you played, you had some great footwork in the paint. Which big men today impress you with their footwork in the paint, in the post?
Man, I tell you, one of the guys I've always loved watching do his thing inside is Zach Randolph. I tell you what, he grits and grinds as well as anybody, and his touch and footwork exquisite because he's not an overpowering or overwhelming athlete. Karl Anthony Towns much the same way. Fairly low to the ground in how they play, but extremely effective in being able to get the position and shot they want. And Enes Kanter, a guy who's starting to impress with his footwork as well.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. And, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
Wells with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. From past the arc, knocks down the 3 ball. Wells has got 8.
Superb sniping by Wells, showing great consistency with that outside shot.
Johnson the screen. Len dishes to Ennis. Len kicks to Ennis. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Orlando leading by 13. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
So for the Magic, Nurkic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Fournier subbed in for Wells. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Johnson outside. "13 feet away." And the rebound by Nurkic. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. DJ kicks to Anderson. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Well, you talk about an NBA body. Justin Anderson, 6'6", about 230 pounds. As I recall, he posted a 43-inch vertical in the NBA Combine. That's elite strength and athleticism.
Orlando making some changes. DJ comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Williams in for Anderson. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Drummond a screen. Here's Lynn. It's hauled in by the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
A poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
Outside Bradley. Lynn the pass to Portis. Pistons passing it around. They get the rebound. And it's Drummond missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Bradley. And the miss. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Magic lead by 17. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now let's take a listen to Stan Van Gundy on a recent huddle.
They're not going to walk it up the floor. Even when we score, they're running it. You do not have a chance to relax. The only place you can relax is here.
Stan Van Gundy getting his guys in their break, in their huddle moments ago. Only when they're in the huddle, though. Otherwise, it's go time. You can say catch your breath, but then get back out there and compete.
Well, they're getting challenged by the pace of this game. For their best results, they need to do everything just a little bit quicker.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. DJ out there with Allen Williams. Then there's Wells. Then there's Gordon. And it's Rogers in at the 1 spot. Pistons trail by 17. Outside, Lynn. Passes to Drummond.
Hey, close out on Avery.
Left side, Bradley. Harris, right side. And the 3 ball is good. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pistons. Shot from 16, and it's DJ missing. And for the Pistons, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Lynn with it. Pass to Portis. There's the pick. And Lynn now top the key. Second chance shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Andre Drummond. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one, good. And it's 9 points for Tobias Harris.
You know, I think he's been a steady, reliable option so far, but it's not enough. They need him to take charge, be more assertive on the offensive end.
And that one's good, DJ.
And, you know, DJ's interior game is very impressive. The big thing for him is that excellent body control. When he takes his time, he's really dangerous in the post.
Drummond sets the screen for Lynn. Kicks it to Drummond. Over DJ. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Andre Drummond. The feed to Wells. He dishes it to DJ. Outside Gordon. Rogers passes to DJ. To the inside. And stolen by Drummond. Outside, Lynn, and Harris wide open. He shoots. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 5 assists tonight. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pistons?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, I don't think I can overstate the poise of Lynn. I mean, delivering when his team needs him to. Nice.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Kennard, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. Isaac's checked in for the Magic. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. DJ with it, working on Drummond. That one's off, still out of sync. Pistons trail by 5. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Like how DJ is physical with the defense. I mean, he's not afraid to mix it up and go through contact on his shots.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Lynn against Rogers, off target at the rim. The Magic have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. He kicks to DJ. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Like how committed DJ is once he gets deep position now. He's doing it with force. Exceptional at drawing contact in the post.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Love the attacking mentality. Lynn doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Lynn.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
And DJ throws it down.
And, you know, the scary thing is he's still adding to his offensive game. Man, he's a thrilling player to watch. Love the confidence, quiet confidence he brings to this end.
Dishes it to Drummond. It's deflected. Pass break. Here come the Magic. Here's Rogers. Banked in off the glass. And the Magic lead by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Magic.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And, Greg, this gives them some gloating room, if you will. It's a special win because now they'll finish 3-1 against them.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
Boy, he was swatting shots all game long, really owned the defensive end and got a ton of blocks and really protected that rim.
Here's Lynn. That's tipped. Pushing it up. Ahead. The finish. And DJ throws it down.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner. But unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 10. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ennis. Buries the long-range jumper.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
That's tipped out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. On defense, Detroit. They trail by 7. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And DJ, a fun guy to watch play, man. Fantastic at making quick decisions. Boy, so calm, composed. Love how he took his time and drained the important free throws. Big-time stuff there.
Here's Ennis. The three-pointer, no good. And here is DJ. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA Dunk Contest on 2K Sports, along with my enthusiastic and exuberant colleagues. Hey, let me see some exuberance. Let me see some enthusiasm. Shaq and Kenny, I'm Ernie Johnson.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
All these players have been planning and preparing for weeks for this competition. Some of the imagination they put into these dunks is fantastic, and they're all trying to one-up each other. So get ready for some serious aerial action.
All-Star action is on the menu tonight. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And this place is going crazy. Tonight, the dunk contest. And from the looks of this great competition, it is shaping up just as we had hoped. It's going to have some high-flying action and some big-time jams.
And you know, this has become one of the jewels of the NBA season. The fans love to watch it. The players love to take part in it. It's just a terrific night all the way around.
And when you talk to the players, it's easy to get a sense of how much they've been looking forward to this event. They are fired up.
We'll see if he's got something spectacular in store for us to tip off this competition.
Well, we know, Kevin, he's been thinking about this dunk for a long, long time. So I'll bet he comes with something that's fairly fantastic and special to start off with.
You think he's going to bring out the big guns early,
Yeah,
huh?
I think he's going to go for it, man. Go ahead and lay the gauntlet down right away. Boom.
Yeah, you want to get that crowd salivating for what may come next. So you want to definitely get the energy level to rise here at the start.
And now he's getting ready to launch. And
I'm anxious to see what he comes up with here. Did he cover his eyes?
Yeah,
he covered his
like
eyes.
He went to the human blindfold.
He covered his eyes.
Yeah, he went to the forearm blindfold.
Oh my goodness!
And the 360 was actually about a 200 degree.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full. It wasn't a full 360. It was a little north of 180.
Oh, thank goodness you took geometry.
I give him about a 240 on that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
240 degrees.
That is good stuff, Clark.
And the nice little forearm blindfold too.
You got it.
Yeah, I liked it.
I see.
First attempt for him. He's the second dunker of the night here. We'll see what he brings. What's he got here, Clark?
Check this out.
Where'd that come from? Where did you get that?
Did he go through the legs or around the back there?
Through the legs.
Yeah, it was through the legs, spinning away.
Yeah, through the legs and over your shoulder to grandmother's house we come.
Yeah.
Chance to come out strong and make his presence felt, Clark.
And get the crowd on your side, too, Kevin. Always key to – that's a big part of coming out strong, getting the crowd on your side.
Athletes always feel that, don't they?
Yeah, you feel that adrenaline, man.
And also that momentum. You know, that stuff gives you confidence, and confidence is a big part of this competition.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, nice 360.
That was nice.
Oh, pass was thrown from behind the backboard,
and
over the backboard.
Yeah, thrown well.
Well thrown.
Yeah, great pass.
And then you've got the catch and the 360.
And here we go with DJ. Last but not least, coming up fourth. He's seen the rest. Now let's see his best. Let's see.
Here he comes.
Oh,
he just back ironed it. Yeah. Yep, just
That's the ball bouncing away, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I got you.
Were you wondering?
No.
Okay. Got a little bit of an edge early on here. Plenty of dunks left for that to change, though.
Yeah, he'll want to push things next round, I think.
And we're back where we started. Let's see what he's got. What's he got here, Clark?
Check this out.
Good. The stuff between the legs, these guys love this, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's a self-toss, and then you take it.
I think Clark, he's really thinking about showing. All right, here he goes again now.
Oh! Nasty!
Come on, look at that. Oh, yeah.
All one hand.
And it's the second dunk for him. The third dunk. Nice timing. But that's about all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Nice timing.
Head at the rim.
And here we go with DJ. Back around to our fourth contestant, getting set for his second dunk. Got himself out in front after the second round.
It's a lead, but it's not much of one. I think he'll need to pull off something special to keep it.
There's no doubt, and I think in his mind.
We're back to the top of the lineup. Third and final dunk. All right, here we go.
Okay, high toss here, high bounce, and then a pretty good catch. A little maneuver mid-air.
Yeah.
On the catch. He got it with one. And
our second contestant with his final dunk. And here he comes with another one. Oh, now that was tough.
Whoa. Look
he had to like dig the ball out. Watch. Look at that.
Yeah, he jumped over his.
And the second to last dunker of the night, looking to. Let's see.
Here he comes.
Oh, that was nice too now.
He went around his legs,
front, under his legs, and the 3-6.
And here we go with DJ. Well, he's in position right now to win it here. I think with a first-rate dunk, he could just close this baby up.
Well, he's leading the pack right now, and that's exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah, but, you know, he's the type of guy that wants to make a statement every time he steps on this court. I'm expecting nothing less.
All right, here he goes again now. Oh, he couldn't get that one to go.
Ooh, that's a hard one to pull off.
Yeah, he tried to eat more than he could handle there.
And what a fantastic display of high-flying dunking creativity and athleticism. That's what our new dunk champion showed us here tonight.
And the dunk contest is always special. But this year it was even crazier than we're used to.
Yeah, and there really was a little something extra in the air this year, Clark. These players were in rare form.
And tonight certainly did not disappoint. From the excitement to the energy and, of course, to the jaw-dropping dunks. Now, for Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here on 2K Sports.
What's up, Brian? Said you have something for me?
I do indeed. Here you go.
Nice, man.
Let's see. Hashtag cats. Hashtag hilarious. Hashtag why do they hate cucumbers?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And one of the epic nights in the NBA. We welcome you to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the East All-Stars playing against the West All-Stars. It doesn't get any better than this. The best of the NBA all together on the same court. This is a date that all basketball fans circle on their calendar. Every year, the All-Star Game is one of the highlights of the season because when you put this kind of talent together, it is an amazing show. Now for the crown jewel of All-Star Weekend, the big game finally upon us. Kenny, in terms of stakes, what's really
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players. To us here in the booth, I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Durant is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Harden, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Durant with the steal. And stolen by DJ. In the corner, Irving with it. He dishes it to DJ. James against Leonard. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Now, here is Harden. From deep. And it's DJ with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
He gets it in there. DJ's got 5.
Can't give DJ any space to knife inside. I mean, he's relentless in how he takes it right at the defense, constantly putting pressure on the D.
Here's Westbrook. Out to the right wing. Towns wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Outside Thomas. Drops in the tray. Thomas got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Leonard attacking over James, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. It needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
To the middle. East grabs the miss.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long-distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here is Harden. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Off target from three-point range. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We spoke about what it really means to be an all-star coach. He said, really, it's just a testament to the way my real team has played this year. It's a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit for me being here. Kevin, very gracious as always. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Irving kicks to DJ. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DJ's got 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
A big group substitution here for the East. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cousins. DeMar DeRozan comes in for LeBron. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Thomas. And John Wall subbed in for Irving. Now here's Curry. Outside, George. Jokic a screen. Here's Davis. Another shot. The West All-Stars get it back in a new 24. That one good for 2.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot. And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The West All-Stars shooting their first foul shots of the night here, and he makes the first.
And guys, I think Jimmy Butler has all the tools you could want in a two-way player. He's an excellent defender, and he also can score the ball from just about anywhere. You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 11 points for DJ.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Davis. And it's Butler missing.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause the miss.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Davis has got his second basket.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we welcome you back to the end. New players in now for the East.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Durant. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard. Durant with a wide open look. Great look there, but off target. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
Here's Westbrook. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Over Thomas. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been kept back down to 11. Some big points there from Russell Westbrook.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor. And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Towns, no luck. The East All-Stars on offense. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
Like how DJ is physical with the defense. I mean, he's not afraid to mix it up and go through contact on his shots.
And both free throws good for DJ.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now here's Westbrook. And the rejection by Cousins.
And you got to be careful with Cousins around. His shot blocking can be a factor.
But they recover it. Dishes it to DJ. That one wide left.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
With 2 seconds left. And no good. And so it's the East All-Stars. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. LeBron James is out there with DJ. Then it's Thomas. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The East All-Stars shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Well, I really respect how DJ plays the game. I mean, he's got a fairly laid-back attitude, but it's a calming, confident presence on the court.
Now here's Westbrook. Durant with a screen on Thomas. Goes up the baseline. Back to Harden. Towns the screen. Outside Westbrook. Left side Durant. Durant with another miss. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And, guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Westbrook kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Harden. Towns the screen. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. Shoots off the screen, and it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Now here's Westbrook following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Towns kicks to Leonard. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Ugh. ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And DJ throws it down.
Can't say enough good things about DJ. When he's driving inside, he's a threat to bang the rim.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And Clark, the topic of the need for league parity is something that's come up the last few years. Is that necessary for a healthy NBA?
I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, you can have it both ways. You can have tremendous popularity and success when you have a dominant team or 2 or 3. And you can also have it when there's great competitive balance. Currently, we have a circumstance and situation where the league is top-heavy in terms of championship contenders. But that won't last forever. And there will be a graduating back to a more competitive balance in time. So I think you enjoy the ride for what it is in the season and seasons that you have, whichever side of that coin you have.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Down low. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The West All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
And DJ throws it down.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Now here's Butler. Outside Curry. There's the triple. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 6 points for Steph Curry.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
The dish to DJ. DeRozan passes to DJ. DJ sets the screen for Batum. He can't hit that time. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Outside, George. Pass to Jokic. Over DJ. That one rolling around and rims out. And here's the East. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And DJ throws it down.
And, you know, the scary thing is he's still adding to his offensive game. Man, he's a thrilling player to watch. Love the confidence, quiet confidence he brings to this end.
Now, here is George. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Batum against Butler. Shoots over Batum. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
I mean, the mid-range jumper of Butler is impressive as he continues to get better from here.
DJ dishes to Batum. Screen by Porzingis. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Holding on to the ball and holding on to this lead.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And West also making a switch. Ball's checked in. And the West All-Stars have possession. 15-point game. Jokic a screen. Curry kicks to Jokic. Now here's Ball. Covered by Wall. Curry outside. Good on the triple. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And, Kevin, that 3-ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Then for the West All-Stars, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Jokic. And it's Leonard in for Davis. There's a screen. George passes the ball. And Curry has it in the corner. Passes to Towns. Goes up on the high post. And he hits the jump shot.
Perfect touch from mid-range. I mean, the subtleties of Towns' game, part of what makes him unique, his size and his skill set, and also his maturity as a young player. Very impressive.
Ooh, Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And so it's the East All-Stars, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we'll be right back after this. Great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And stolen by LeBron. Right wing. Cousins inside. He's guarded by Davis. Outside Leonard. Now the feed to Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The East making a switch. Porzingis is checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Baseline try. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Towns, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And Towns gets it to go.
And this is where Towns loves to get busy. Doesn't matter who's on him. This is his space.
James dishes to DJ. Outside Irving. There's the three, and he's good on the three ball. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Chalk up 2 there.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Towns down low, and the dunk by Towns.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Kicks it to DJ. To the paint. James outside. Pass to Irving. Feeds it to DJ. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 33 points for DJ.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Cans it from downtown.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
And DJ throws it down.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. He kicks it to Towns. Outside Durant for the three. No good there. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
Hey, Spin.
Mr. DJ, I've been running the numbers and I have a really
don't
good feeling.
Say it, man.
But with the remaining
no,
schedule...
do not jinx us, all right?
But it's
I'm
a
not listening.
We're making the playoffs.